Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to BlackOut Gaming TV. We are continuing our coverage of the ETF2L Premiership Highlander playoffs of Season 11. And we have descended into the lower brackets. We're going to be seeing two teams duke it out to prevent getting knocked out and ending their season early. In one corner, we have the third seeds Budget Toucans, and on the other side, we have their longtime rivals, fourth seeds Super Dickmans. I'm CeeJaey, and with me tonight is Toast with John on the camera. Toast, are you excited for this game?
I am very excited. Should be a good game.
I mean, this is kind of last chance for Saloon for these teams because, if they lose, then that's it. That's the playoff over. And I think that's quite a lot of pressure. And I mean, would you say there's more pressure on one side, than the other in this case?
Not sure about that. I think SDCK are kind of the favorites in some sense. So I guess they have the. I think the Toucans are going in without as much pressure because they're not exactly the favorites. I think they have the advantage. In that sense.
Exactly. I mean, coming into this tournament, because obviously this is a rematch of the high final from last season. So these two teams played in the second tier and faced each other in the grand final to try and win a place in Premiership for this season. Super Dickmans won on that occasion. And I suppose since then, Super Dickmans have been a bit more prominent. They won a UGC season. They finished runners-up to Strong Opinions in the most recent UGC season. Some of them went to Deutschland under a SDCK banner. And they also came second, runners-up to Strong Opinions in the BlackOut tournament. So obviously they have a bit more kind of pedigree. Budget Toucans have had a better season though. They finished third in the actual standings during the regular season. But it looks like we have a heavy fist fight. And I do believe it's going to be Shaggy versus Spelly. Who do you think is going to win? Heavy fist fight between two demo mains?
I'm sure my boy Spelly has this in the bag.
One of these using the ham though.
I think he's beefed it. Oh, maybe not.
Just falling off the bridge just doesn't mean you lose straight away.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. You're gonna have to get the admins on that.
Dima's whipping his heavy. That's cheat. That's justice. Cheating. Justice has been done there. Yeah, Dima trying to give his team a little bit of speed. But yeah, it looks like Shaggy won, so they get to pick. And this has actually been Budget Toucan's pick. Borneo was, which surprises me. I mean, just looking at the map picks tonight, we got Budget Toucans picked Borneo, Super Dickmans picked Process, and the decider is Badwater. And I've always felt that Super Dickmans, they always ban King of the Hill maps. In all of the things, they always seem to ban King of the Hill, and Toucans seem to be very good at King of the Hill. So I'm not sure why we haven't seen Product. Budget Toucans beat Chess on Product. So I'm surprised we haven't seen that. And Super Dickmans always seem quite strong on payload. So it's an interesting choice. But I mean, we've kind of said that in every game. And we obviously played Borneo the other day. I think we're in for a long game tonight.
Maybe. Yeah, we did just play against Toucans in the warm-up, and I do think they have this map pretty much on lockdown. I think they got this at least. They have the pretty good second hole that's actually works for them, even though I suppose it's not. I don't know, they got their second hole working. I don't think SDCK are gonna be as strong on Borneo, especially from what we've seen playing them.
Well, that's true. To be fair, Super Dickmans actually lost their official on this map to their junior team. So maybe that's why Budget Toucans have decided to go for this. We are live. Just quickly go through the rosters on the blue team. So attacking first, we have Super Dickmans, SDCK. And on Scout, we've got May. Soldier, we've got Dima. Garden Fungus is Pyro. Spelly on Demo. Sinnock is going to be playing Heavy. Clark on Engineer. Enya on Medic. Burn on Sniper. And Zaman with No Ears on Spy. Meanwhile, on the red team, we have got... Actually, no, it looks like the teams... Yeah, they're swapping teams. So what I just said is a lie. Nice. Budget Toucans are going to be in blue. They're attacking first. So we've got Silver Tosspot, Chef playing Soldier, V-Clocks on Pyro, Shaggy on Demo, Maccy Heavy, Mezzo NG, Mars Medic, Jelly on Sniper, and Tomato on Spy. And that's exactly the same roster they've had for all but one of their officials this season. One official they didn't have Silver, and they had a Merc Scout. Do you think that's kind of their biggest strength? like having the same roster for every game.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a major thing. Like if you have mercs and shit, like going through the season, it's gonna like your performance is gonna be like a lot worse. And I think what's gonna determine who's gonna win this today is like if certain players on SDCK turn up for the game or not, like Spelly or May or Burn. Like if when they're playing at the best, they're really good. And I think that's gonna be the decider. And if they don't turn up, I'm pretty sure that the Toucans are gonna take this pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, exactly. SDCK have had a bit of roster trouble this season. Dima has been in and out the side. Initially, he was dropped for Nation. He's back in now. And they've had 3 different heavies. They had Sandwich, and he was cut for Kanai. And she seems to have dropped out of favour for Sinnock now, who's murking. So it'll be interesting to see how that dynamic changes. But we've got Maccy now running the Fist of Steel, just trying to kind of push up Mayhm. Not sure if he's going to try and get some damage done or just a distraction. But Jelly, with the first pick of the game, takes down Burn. That is a sniper advantage. And Maccy and Shaggy going in dying.
A really good fucking... Oops, that's a really good force there.
Yeah, they take down the sentry.
Really
they
good
get the
start.
force.
Really good start.
Look at Mezzo. He's just like chilling out, pushing that car, just trying to get it up the hill. But yeah, that was absolutely insane. And that's something that Toucans do. They just send in their players, just collapse onto you, and it's absolutely huge. Got that sniper down early, take down the sentry, and they've got the force now. So 100% Uber for them.
Now they just have to watch out for Burn, and then if they he's down now, so now will be a good time to push when they get their respawners, which they have. So
yeah, and they're taking this far left side, which is
now they should actually get this for free. Yep. Really
looks
good.
like they have. Enio is at 75% though, so during all of that kind of action, he's slowly been building up his Uber, and he probably will have it in time for the second defense. Dima running that conch and using it to great effect. They're taking down 2-3 players and just cleaning up the cart, so that cart is not going to be pushed for a while. V-Clock's having to kill him, and lots of action going on. Uber exchange actually I missed there, and it does look like it's coming in advantage of Super Dickmas, but no, comes Silver Tosspot picks up 2. Tosspot with the 2k to take down the Pyro and the Heavy. And,
if they coordinate
SDCK,
this right, then they might just get this second as well.
Oh, Burn though, you said he had to turn up, and he gets the 2k on the cart. And that's just going to slow the pushing, which, as much as Toucans are getting their combo and winning those fights, if no one's there to push the
Burn's
cart...
out of position though. Oh, not quite right.
Or just nearly. He kind of seems to be holding a little bit more passive. He's not holding forward, but I suppose that is actually because Toucans have got this further. And look at Shaggy. Shaggy just getting pressure onto Burn, taking down the sniper. So that cart can be pushed without much trouble now. No sniper to worry about. Gives a little bit more space for Jelly. And Toucans just seem to be in control at the moment. CeeJaey don't have an answer for it.
I know, they really need to make sure to have this cart pushed up now, since they have so much ground now. And they're actually getting they're getting this point as well for free. Pretty much. Well, not for free, but more or less. Definitely have it now.
Yeah, I mean, not having to use an Uber, which is pretty much for free. So Mars does have 100%. Enya also does have 100%, but Clark just respawning now means there isn't going to be a sentry. And in comes Chef, gets the force.
Oh, there we go.
Huge plays, and actually Spelly and Garden Funkers have gone down as well. Dima is used onto Shaggy. He's going to get some damage out. And Jelly onto gets a couple of snipes, takes down May and Burn, so no Burn for the time being as well.
And then that's the medic down.
Mars going down. That's tough, but Toucans should get a lot of space out of this toast. They're just going to keep pushing the cut.
If they get the cart pushed up now, then it's really good start. 2.5 minutes, 2 points on this map, that's really good.
I mean, this is one of the longer, probably the longest map for ETF2L at least. And look at SDCK getting a little bit aggressive now. Elia goes down though. Silver Tosspot is going absolutely ham at the moment. He dies, but he is traded with the medic. That is huge, but May responds in kind and takes down Mars. So things slowing down a little bit now. 9 minutes on the round time, which is more than enough time for Toucans just to regroup, but they've had a bit of a lightning round so far. 2.5 minutes for the first 2 points. Shaggy trying to get some damage out on this left-hand side. May is kind of caught in here, and he will go down eventually. And
now they just need to make sure to regroup now and not be overhyped of the good start, and just begin building Uber and making a plan of attack.
Look at Tomato. Tomato is so far back and he's just keeping Burn busy. He's not killing Burn, but he's just kind of peppering him with body shots. And if Burn does die here, it's just going to delay his spawn even more. Burn hasn't been in this fight at all for the past 30 seconds. Great job there by Tomato. And he is still alive with that dead ringer, just hassling people from behind. But it's kind of like a standard hold here we see from SDCK. Sentry on the top, burn going down eventually there, so he's had no impact for a while now just because of that hassling. Level 3 though by Clark is getting spammed by Shaggy on this right hand side. Clark himself is pretty weak, as is Spelly, and SDCK just trying to rotate to meet the combo. Shaggy goes down and the Uber is out. They drop their Demo Man, which is absolutely huge. That Sentry is not going to go down now. But Spelly also gets dropped, so no Demo Man at all for either teams. Clark goes down, as does his Sentry. Maccy going huge right here. It does go down. There's a lot of damage, and the cart is able to be pushed here, Toast.
Yeah, like... Yeah, they're not really getting this. They
No,
did
it
equalize
seems
the
like
Uber.
SDK just kind of
Yeah, they did
regroup.
equalize the Ubers though, so it's basically just back to square one unless Toucans gets a good push now in midst of the chaos.
The thing about the cart here, though, is that the cart isn't really protected by the Sentry that much more if they get the Sentry up, as Spelly goes down to the Tosspot again. Tosspot just seems to be going in and getting frags. Any air drops down as well. Both meds die within a couple of seconds of each other as dima takes down Mars. And I think at the moment this is just not working too greatly for either team. Both medics are dying and they're just trading a lot of bodies, but Toucans have taken the high ground now. Shaggy's in position, and I'm pretty sure that means Toucans should have this third point under wraps, as they're just putting SDCK back. They have a teleporter. Burn may be trying to go for a hero shot, but he's going to get spammed out by Shaggy, and he's actually escapes with 3 HP. Is he going to survive there?
Oh, lucky.
Oh, he's going to get dumped. Wow.
Mayhm might be in a position... Nope, never mind.
Oh, Dima, they're in behind. Dima takes down Mars
Oh,
and
that's
Shelly.
huge. That's huge.
Huge play there.
Hopefully
by
that
the
gives
soldier.
SDCK time to set up and get a proper hold. They haven't really gotten a proper hold this map yet. Now Sinnoh's almost cut off. Nope.
They're just kept under pressure constantly through this game. Toucans have been relentless, and 5:48 is still rather fast for the first 3 points, but most importantly, this last point is one of the hardest points to push, I think, in any map this season. We've seen teams hold it for long periods of time. And anyhow, with that 100 Uber, Mars just trying to catch up here. He's at 40%. So 3 players down here for SDCK. If they get some suicides in, might help the Toucans. But I think SDCK are just kind of rooted in. It's going to take a huge play to...
This is a really big mistake from SDCK because they've lost 2 flank players now. And now, like... Yeah, and now they're just getting collapsed, pretty much.
The car's pretty pushed, though.
The Mayhem didn't go for any of that. That was a bit weird.
Toucans actually just pushed the cart for free into main. Mezzo's on the cart again. He's just pushing it closer and closer. And we've seen this so many times from Toucans this season on payload maps. They get the cart, they just focus it so hard, and then Tomato just keeps going in and pushing that cart. There he is again. He's on the cart, just pushing it. Then he'll dead ring away, and then he'll just push back the cart again as the Ubers were traded by both teams. Mezzo gets launched there and taken down by Dima, who's getting a lot of frags for his team. And there's a lot of chaos going here. So Man is trying to have a little bit of a spy 1v1 on the cart just to stop Tomato for getting time on there. And again, he dead rings away, so he's just putting that cart pressure down to us.
Now they really need to make sure they get a proper hold up, because they just beefed their opportunity, like a really good opportunity to get something going, but it didn't happen. And now they really need to make sure they got the flank on left side, they can't really get their position up, so they can actually get a proper hold now. Or they're just gonna get fucked on all the other points again.
Yeah, I mean, Clark is actually running minis now, so we don't have that level 3 holding in through that main door, which is such a strong thing on this map. But Shaggy going down to Dima, so that's going to slow down any sort of push, which is quite unfortunate for Toucans. They had a 10% advantage. They could have dot pushed that, and that would have been huge for them. But that lack of sentry in main is going to allow a lot more cart presence. There is a mini just behind the main door, and SDCK getting a little bit aggressive now, just trying to peek out, get a few more frags. And it's kind of an interesting setup. We got Spelly and Enia holding passive, and Sinnoh getting aggressive. That sentry does go down, and Metze puts up one of his own. Ubers are out.
Yeah, Ubers are out.
And Spelly goes down there. So no demo for the defense for 10 seconds. And it's all going to be up to the rest of the players. Sinnoh getting loads of damage down, takes down Shaggy, and does clean up. And there's few players left for either side here. Everyone on Toucans is extremely weak, but there's only 4 players for SDCK.
They're losing the flank on left as well.
I think they're trying to hold the cart.
I think they just saved it. Yep.
Chef there with the last ditch bomb to take down Enia, and he almost crated, almost. It was about 20-30 HP.
I think it was weird though. Like I think they really should. I'm no NG, but I think they should try to get the level 3 up again, because I think they're losing a lot of. They have time to build it right now, and they have had time previously. So and it's like I think it's losing them. Like the level 3 on the barrels in main is just such a nuisance to deal with. So I think, and like to get a proper hold going, I really think they should try and get up again. But I think they have got something stable going for them now.
It's rather chaotic at the moment. It just seems to be, the teams pushing and they're getting an
and
advantage.
Uber's out again.
Uber trade in this far right hand side. It seems to be favoring SDCK at the moment. They have the better Uber, and they are going to clean up V-Clocks and Maccy, and that just leaves Shaggy with his medic trying to stay alive. Both of them rather weak. A huge fight from Smelly takes down Jelly and Shaggy with the one pipe. Mars is left alive. He was the only person left alive, and May and Dima push out. They're actually going to kill Maccy on the respawn as he came through the teleporter there. So SDCK getting aggressive on the defense, just trying to pick up those loose frags, doing very, very well there. And NEA is just going to sit on the last point with an advantage now. He's at 50%, and Mars just respawning now. So SDCK kind of claiming a little bit of control now on this map.
Yeah, that was great. Like, now they have no excuse not to get a proper hole going. Now they really need to make sure not to get ninja capped also. The mates are trying.
Yeah, that was actually really close.
Yeah, we got Garden Fungus on the cart now as well, so... I think now they should just be looking to get some, like, Toucans should look to get some proper advantage before pushing in. Because, like, if they try to push in now, they really aren't going to make anything happen.
Look at Tomato!
Oh.
Oh, no.
Nope.
I thought he was going to get a backstab on Zaman there, just focusing the cart. He's doing nothing else except for going for that cart, but it's putting so much pressure, it's drawing down players. Garden Funk is having to spend his time on the floor just to prevent that spy cap going on. As you can see how close it is, and Toucans haven't been winning any of these engagements on last. Their Uber fights have been coming out off worse against SDCK, but Tomato is just putting, again, he's on that cart, uncloaks on the cart, he's going to get killed. But it stops that cart from rolling back and keeps it ever so close to that end point. I mean, Jelly there dying as well, Toast. There's no picks coming out, I feel, from Toucans at the moment, as we see another Uber exchange on the right hand side.
Mars is almost. Oh, yep. Yeah, I think they need SDCK really needs to get this cart back. Oh god. Oh, it's so close. And then
Tomato surfed up there using the sticky into Sinnoh and died there.
And then, what they're called, Toucans, they really need to try and get a proper advantage before going, because it's not working for them at the moment.
No, I mean, kind of the definition usually is get a pick on a key class. And I suppose Engineer wouldn't be a key class because he's running minis. So taking him down isn't going to be that big of a deal, but take down Spelly, take down Sinnoh, even take down NEA.
No, so
so close. Like, this is what Tomato does. I mean... we've seen this in the past, spy caps and such, but I've never seen a spy who just kind of tunnel visions all the way to the car, and it really is messing with SDCK's mind. Like, they're winning these fights. They're actually in control.
They really shouldn't be able to win off this, though. They need to.
Look at Zaman. Zaman is literally just running around the car, so he doesn't leave his back exposed to where Tomato may uncloak right to the back there. He's hiding on the barrels.
Oh,
he's gonna uncloak. He's gonna go in for it.
There we go. Oh no.
Spy v spy on the car. This is where the action's at. I'm sorry, I'm just focused on this spy v spy on the car. Just ringing a rosy around it. A Sinnoh goes down. Burn goes down as well to Maccy. Maccy going huge. Just walking in through there, forcing the Uber. And Mars is going to have an advantage if he builds this hard. Silver Toss, but also trying to get in there. And with some help, takes down Clark. So, again, no engineer to put that mini sentry up that's going to annoy the attacking team. So, Mars with the small Uber advantage.
Really shit position.
Chef is in on medic.
Oh, yep, there you go.
Yeah, I think does take down Mars, and
Toucans has almost lost it here after they got the first. Like, they're really crumbling right now. They're not really doing anything, right? Like, all the time they got on first and second has lost now, basically. Like, this is not gonna be a good time. They only got 2 minutes now. They really need to like change their strategy and like get a proper like advantage before pushing in, because right now they're just going in Uber v Uber without any advantage or whatsoever, and they keep losing the engagement.
Right, at the moment the tactic seems to be Uber versus Uber, keep the combo busy, and send Tomato on the cart just to focus it and get it close. And Tomato actually changing his strat up now, trying to get a pick there onto the combo, as the Uber is actually used on NEA. Not sure why he used it there, doesn't seem to be too weak. So 60% for Mars now. This is huge for them. They should be able to get up an advantage, have an Uber against the non-Uber here, as Shaggy is getting chased down and people are kind of dying out of sync here. That's not going to be very good. If SDCK could actually have pushed out there and picked up Mars, as Speddy's trying to get a little bit of damage out, seeing what he can get. But with this Uber advantage, Chose, you'd think that Toucans should be able to maybe finish this off with 1 minute and 20 seconds left. They haven't really got many other options left.
Yeah, well, yeah, they need to. Oh, they might get the med pick here. Yep, there we go.
Wow, Tomato double backstab takes down Spelly and Enia.
Yeah, now they need it. This is the perfect opportunity. They have to win it now.
Great play by Silver Topspot. He's just charging forward.
And Sinnox coming in behind. This is going to be catastrophic.
Silver Topspot still going ham though. There's 2 players left. It's just Spelly and finally it's a wipe.
There you go. There you go. That's it.
Ooh,
15 minutes though.
14:55. That is it's not a happy time, is it?
No, it's really not. I think though, I think it's possible though. Like as mentioned before, I do think that Toucans, if they're not too tilted by that time, I think they could hold it, especially with the second hold. If they just keep Shaggy alive, I think they have it. Like they still have a chance to do it. They just now need to not be too tilted by the poor time.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the first round of the first map, and if you're going to get tilted, you're going to get frustrated after that, then pretty much you've lost the tie, because you're not going to recover from that. You need to focus and say, this is just the first half of the first round, actually. We haven't even finished the first round. And let's put things into perspective. It took them, 5:48 for the first 3 points, and then 9 minutes for that last point. So it's pretty much the entire round timer just to capture that last point. But they did kind of, blitz through the first 3 points. And if they can eke off a little bit more time, so they hold them for, 3 minutes per point, which is entirely possible on this map, 3 minutes on second, 3 minutes on third, then SDCK are looking at pushing last in 5 or 6 minutes, which, having seen the times on this map so far this season, and, even recently in the playoffs, that's not too bad of something to push. So in perspective, it's still very, very doable. They just need to focus and try and get out much time as they can on each point and get a good last hold. That's the most important thing. So Burn going down very early then. Again, he was the first casualty when he was defending, his first casualty when he's attacking now. And different strategy here, Toast, from SDCK. No suicides coming in.
Yep. The man's doing the right player. He's already behind. Now hopefully he uses that, because he's got Dead Ring and he's behind. He really should use this. Like if
looks
they
like
time
something, the teleporter.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. If they really should try and time something now.
And Mezzo down though. Mezzo gets sniped by Burn.
Oh, that's big.
No sentry, and Jelly actually recovering there to take down Burn. So huge play from Jelly there, keeping his team kind of in control for a little bit as Spelly goes down, Clark goes down. So no one pushing that cart, no damage coming from the demo. Toucans seem to be in control, but they only have a level 1 up. And it's a very passive one. That's not going to do anything. So
no, the sniper and solid pig might just balance it out now. I think it's back to square one for SDCK.
Yeah, but they're bringing their medic out now. Enia is out on the right-hand side with his Uber charge. He's got Smelly and Snooks for company.
Now. This
Tomato.
is really shit.
Oh, he gets a backstab.
Yeah, there you go. That's really poor.
How often does that happen with you? Someone falling for your disguise?
That should never work. I don't know how often I can do it, but that shouldn't work.
I'm watching top spot here.
At least they got the quick respawn. It shouldn't be that big of a problem, but now Toucans are hopefully prepared for the left push and the drop. There we go.
Enia comes in with a huge body shot. Tomato makes matters worse for them as getting the backstab, and Jelly with another pick onto Sinnoh. That's the entire combo down in about 5 seconds from the pick classes of Toucans, but May there was just doing the scout job and pushing that car up really, really far. So
now they need to make sure they get some more ground again. If they, it's too late now.
Hey, Jelly down, so no sniper for the defending D. That's going to give Burn free reign.
Yep. I think, okay, they lost their opportunity there. I think they could have gotten some ground there, but they didn't. I think that now they pretty much lost the first point, and they're backing out as well. Yep.
But that's pretty decent. We're talking, 3 minutes there on the first point. Like I said, get a few minutes on each point, and that time is starting to dwindle down here. Mars with 100%, so his team are going to try and keep him alive, make sure he doesn't get forced, doesn't get dropped or anything like that. But Mezzo's sentry going down, he's going to have to try and build that sentry up just to watch that other side, and a pick by Jelly getting a headshot onto CeeJaey. So Jelly definitely turning up in this game. Burn going down to another headshot, but this time it's from the spy Tomato, and SDCK are 4 down as they're trying to push the second point.
Yeah. This is going to be the most crucial part for Toucans. If they get a good hold here, like 5-6 minutes maybe, which they are totally capable of, I think they have a really good chance. They just need to not. This is like they really need not to beef this point because they got a good setup on it. They just need to keep Shaggy alive and then hold the sentry, and they're going to be fine, I think.
This point is kind of interesting. We've seen a lot of different holds on this map over the years, but as it's come to ETF2L within the past couple of seasons, this hold in the house on the far side seems to be the most popular one. Dima's going to go in though for something. He's just holding on this right side. Not sure if anyone knows where he's there, but he does get caught out by Chef though, and gets finished off. Chef running the shotgun as Soldier. I think he's the only Soldier that actually does do that in ETF2L at the moment. But people just picking up frags. Silver Top Spot has been impressing me so far. Just getting aggressive and making sure the flank doesn't have any kind of presence. Although at the moment it looks like SDCK are just trying to focus their combo on the car.
Looks like Super's about to be exchanged now.
Yeah,
and drops again.
Dude, I want to say that's a drop coming in from Shaggy. I'll come to that in a second as Spelly goes down to the pipes, or so, should I say the Iron Bomber from Shaggy. The car is pushed quite far up this ramp. It's going to be spy on spy again, and Zaman has to run away with his Deadringer to fight another day. But Enya was running it close there because, okay, Shaggy got the credit for the drop, but about 120 HP of that damage came out of Mezzo and wrangling his sentry, because Enya was just in the sentry sightline, taking so much damage from that wrangler, and then he decided not to use, probably felt a little bit safe, and Shaggy getting the cleanup there. So equal Ubers, Jelly taking down Burn, and Zaman is doing exactly what Tomato did, and just focusing that car, trying to get it up that ramp, and I don't know, SDCK have already taken a couple of minutes to push this point, and not looking too healthy for it at the moment. As Mars goes down to Clark! What?
Yep. That's... oh jeez, that might be catastrophic.
That is huge! Engineers getting med picks is not something we see that often in Highlander, but...
I love Silver Tosspot's strat here while he's taking the direct hit rockets from Dima. That's pretty funny.
Tanking. That's what your teammates should do for your NG, just tanking. Dima jumps in, and finally that sentry does go down to the pipes of Spec.
I think they might just have beefed this hold a bit. They got 5 minutes on the first 2 points. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no, actually, it's no, you're correct. Yeah, it's 5 minutes, so that's still pretty decent. And as always, that third point is the easiest to hold. Chef decides step up his game and pick up another med pick for himself as Enya is down. So Mars now with uber advantage. Mezzo building his sentry on that top level on third already, and Toucans have got this this third hold that people complain is pretty hard to break down because of the varying levels, and they're gonna have to deal with an disadvantage here. So SDCK need to devise a plan to get a force or something, but they're not really pushing the cart. Toast. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, something's gone wrong with the communications there, but
no one's pushing the cart. What's going on?
Oh, there we go. Clark, the savior of the day. Here he comes. There you go, big man Clark. Right, so now SDCK they need to build some kind of advantage to push in here. Maybe coordinate a suicide onto to what's his face, Mars. Get him down or something like that. Because unless they get a really good push, which is it's pretty hard to just push this in like on equal Ubers because you're facing level 3 sentry at a high disadvantage and so on and so on. But then he goes down. Yeah. Oh jeez.
He's getting really aggressive here, Tosspot. Doing a lot of work actually, getting sniper picks and getting a huge med pick there. Spelly goes down to Shaggy. Gardavanka's also down. Looks like SDCK just trying to throw some bodies in and get some damage, but they're all so weak and they are going to get cleaned up here. Nothing really to lose there. It's the wise decision just to try and get in there and see if they can get any picks, but they get absolutely no picks. And Mars here he's well protected. He's holding closer to the kind of flank side where Shaggy is holding, rather than the side where SDCK are trying to push. Just to point out, CeeJaey is on 4 dominations, so he's clearly doing something correctly.
Yeah, he's doing well. Jesus, 60 points.
Yeah, I mean more than any of the other combat classes. Obviously, CeeJaey more well known probably for being a demo main, for his days during Wasp and played for TC Ambition last season, played for Dickman's Juniors this season, and has stepped in during these playoff games to play heavy for Super Dickmans. And actually SDCK are getting a lot of space here. No jelly, so they don't have to worry about the sniper, and they're really firing toast.
Yeah, they lost their combo, like Toucans lost their combo presence on the right side, so they lost it completely now. Okay, they got a better Uber though, they just need to make sure to make good use of this Uber and they'll be fine.
That was really well played actually. V-Clock's dropped down, he got a flash of the Uber, and he just focused Sinnock, who was on the cart, and that just stopped the cart being pushed. And Toucans retained their height presence, and V-Clock's actually survived it, although he is going to get taken down here. Combination of May and Spelly, and it's a bit chaotic as SDK have got players in left, right, and centre. dima with the rockets.
That's Moore's down. Now they got a good chance. Now SDCK got a good chance of pushing in here, and I think they are. And Toucans are backing off, so they need to hold the last point, and I guess they can pressure the second to last hold.
Actually,
second to last point for a bit.
Sorry, Maccy was in that little room there that has the large health pack, and he tanked the damage, but he put so much damage onto Sinnock that SDCK weren't actually able to push up there. So Spelly going down to the body shot of Jelly, and this is where I start to worry when teams try to do a forward hold on last.
Yep.
Last is such a difficult point to push. You don't need to try and get aggressive and do a forward hold, I feel, because when you do that, if you get pushed there, then you've given up a lot of ground. There we see Jelly goes down, rather easy pick, as SDCK have just got space all over the place here, and they're just focusing cart now. Time Street on the cart, just pushing it down. Shaggy goes down, no demo.
Oh, that might be bad. They're going in now.
Yeah, 70-80% full Mars. NEA gets forced there. The Sentry is going to get focused. V-Clock's trying his best just to try and keep that over away.
Oh, this is over. Down eventually. Maybe. Unless they get a really good...
It's going to be used on Chef Toast.
Oh, they got over.
They need to focus the cart. Silver Top Spot is on the cart. They need to get these frags here. Chef is doing his damage, trying to get as many as he can. He picks up 2 or 3. Silver Top Spot as well. dima is so weak. Next, it's Spelly. He's going to pick some pipes. It. And I don't want to say I told you so, but that forward hold...
You told us so.
I told you so. 5 minutes and 4. I was about to sit here and say, look, Toucans have done exactly what we said they should do and get decent holds on the first 3 points. They had 5 minutes and 40 seconds to hold last, which was, what, 4 minutes less than Toucans, than SDCK had. Okay, they just had to push, they just had to hold last for 5 minutes, which is actually pretty doable if you get yourself ground in. And they decided to get aggressive. What they needed to do was just get themselves back, keep Jelly alive, keep Shaggy alive, get Mars up his Uber. You may drop a couple of players on your flank, but they could have repushed that and won the game. And in the end, it's cost them this first round on their map pick. So SDCK probably feeling quite happy.
Quite happy with themselves. Like, I mean, they had to hold the last for 6 minutes, which has been seen like countless times before. So they had a doable game, and they were just overextended at that point. That was pretty poor decision making from them, because they had a lot of time to get a last hold up, but I don't know, they just decided for the forward hold.
The thing about Halo though is they are best of 3 even in the playoffs in ETF2L. So we're always seeing at least another one where this time around it will be SDCK attacking first, and then Toucans trying to beat the time. So maybe they feel more comfortable with that arrangement and see if they can try and equalize this, because, you know, like we said, this is Toucan's map pick. They picked this. They, as the higher seed, I think, got an advantage of picking this map first. So, you know, definitely picking up a map win first time around, that definitely puts your team the enemy team under pressure, because, you know, they have to recover. They can't make any more mistakes. But with this map is still wide open. You know, maybe Toucans just need to wake up a little bit and learn from the mistakes that happened in that first round. But the same way, SDCK, you know, you can't guarantee that you're going to blitz someone during the first 3 points as quickly as you did last time. They're going to be a little bit more wiser to the tactics from the Toucans. So difficult times ahead, I feel, for Toucans, unless they can, you know, get a really, really good defense here.
I mean, aside, if they just ignore the tilt factor, and they just play like they did before, Toucans, and then instead just hold the last hold properly, I think like they still could do it. Like they had a good time aside from the last hold. Like Like if they got like 5 minutes on the last hole, they got like a 14-15 minute time easy. So still possible if they just don't tilt now.
Absolutely, and you know, a lot of people were asked. I think there was interviews after the Strong Opinions versus Chess game about predictions for this game, and a lot of people said it depends on who gets the early rounds. If SDCK get the early rounds, then they will have that momentum. Whereas if they start losing, they may kind of lose morale, and that's where Toucans could gain the advantage. So not going that way, SDCK winning that first round. So Toucans definitely, it's still, like we said, it's a best of 3. They win this next round, they are entirely in it, and they have a history of comebacks. They were playing against Chess, and they won the first, they won like a map after being a 2-1 down on it, and having lost the first map. So, there is precedence for this to happen for the Toucans. Definitely not game over this early on. And once again, we're seeing early frags coming out of the Toucans. This suicide kind of pressure coming in from SDCK doesn't really work too well on this first point toast.
No. So let's just keep trying. Oh, and he's in trouble here, maybe. Nope. The tall spot didn't commit.
Yeah, and he's already out with his team, which is very early on for a medic to be out. He is on this far left hand side, but Jelly goes down there. Jelly gets the frag onto Burn, so no sniper for NEA to kind of heal and buff up and try to get a pick.
That's the sentry down now. They might have a good chance here. They have a lot of court presence as well. If they just get Toucans pressured in here, and they're actually backing off. They got that point for free.
Yeah, they just got the presence on that far left hand side and just walked together as a team. With the fact that the medic was out as well, it meant that Toucans either had to exchange or get some picks, and they didn't get the picks. So well played there by SDCK, just kind of travelling in a line and getting the pressure up as Mezzo goes down very late on there. It's a man with no ears with a headshot, 50-second respawn for the defending engineer. That means no sentry to contend with, and that means SDCK are just going to focus this car. So it goes down to Shaggy, and the Uber is actually forced from NEA. Dima's going to jump in and try and get a force onto Mars, but he can't. Actually, no, he does in the end. Lots of players dying for both teams, but everyone is so weak on SDCK, they can't push that car anymore, Toast. And Spelly and May are very weak on this far side, but I don't think they're going to get anything to happen. But Gardenfunk is just pushing that car.
And they are going for the spry push here.
Yeah, Toucans are crumbling. They're losing players all over the place, and SDCK are just moving in, almost like a blob, just grouping up together, holding W. And just killing, and Toucans don't seem to have the response for this aggression at the moment. And 2 minutes and 7 seconds is pretty fast. Well, it's very fast.
Yeah,
for
it's
the
very
first 2 points. It's faster than what the Toucans did in the first round. And Shaggy going down very late on. Maccy covered in Girardi. He's going to have to run away. No forward hold for the Toucans on third point. And SDCK have they're showing no signs of stopping.
Yeah, they're really going full force here. I think Toucans really need to calm down and go back and make sure they get a hold on any point. Now they're being too aggressive right now. They need to go fall back and get a proper hold on last. They just need to back out now because there's no way they're gonna win the third hole rather.
Definitely not with Mars going down there. You've got no heals. Jelly dying quite late on, so that's gonna slow down SDCK's push a little bit. Players seem to Shaggy is still fighting. He's not going to win this fight. He's probably just killbind at the moment. An air shot from Dima to take him down. So I think we're going to see I think we'll see under 3 minutes here, maybe. No, 3 minutes and 10 seconds for the first 3 points. Very, very fast on Borneo. And it's all up to Toucans to just really hold this on last for as long as they can.
It seems like they are crumbling a bit now. Though it's not over yet because this last hole, if they just get a proper last hole going, it's still possible. I've seen a lot of matches where this has just gone to overtime and then they haven't capped it. So holding for at least 6 minutes, 9 minutes maybe, if they're really lucky, is still entirely possible if they just get their a proper hold going and not.
Absolutely.
Right now they have oh, my game crashed. Oops. But they definitely have the hold right now.
Yeah, the Uber comes in on the left hand side. And great play by V, just air blasting and just pushing everyone so far back there. And Mars was under no pressure whatsoever. So the entire Toucans team actually survives that Uber. And they have the 100% no force, nothing like that. Tosspot getting a nice Boston Basher kill onto the Sniper Burn. So Toucan's in a good position here. They're just going to be careful not to get too aggressive. Maccy and Jelly just peeking Mayhm and seeing what they can do. And Maccy is going to get pinged up by Mayhm there. So you try to pressure by yourself. It's not going to work out too well for you. SDCK are still holding quite aggressive here. Maybe going for another push soon. NEO building that Uber quite quickly. Up to 75% already. But Maccy will be up and in position by the time that is ready. And with a level 2 in place, Toast, back to seeing a nice big sentry, watching that car up to level 3 now. Toucan's kind of like deep-rooted now. They're in a decent position.
Yeah, Toucan's in an excellent position right now. It's equal Ubers and they got the old pretty much on lockdown right now. They have a open left flank though, which they are looking to good right now. So SDCK now are probably looking to get a proper advantage or something. By suicide maybe. So maybe we'll see that, or maybe helping Burn in on the right, which I think they're doing right now. See if he can get a pick on Shaggy, who is peeking quite aggressive right now.
CeeJaey there, just running in with the Fist of Steel. I don't know whether he was just trying to push the car, and maybe he wants to focus the car. But, you know, when you got 3 players and a level 3 sentry shooting you, doesn't matter what gloves you're wearing, you are going to go down fairly quickly. Spelly's getting a lot of ground on this far right-hand side, just spamming in through the choke. It's not really being designed, and May just W's in through the choke and takes down Shaggy. So no Dima
that's Shaggy
and Vclock's down as well.
That might be the advantage they're looking for. Oh, no flashes. That's bad. I lost Spelly and Burn. That pushes over.
Spelly getting dropped there during the but SDCK aren't deterred by this. They're trying to dry push it now. They've got Dima and Garden Funkers leading the charge. They are taking a lot of damage.
Fungus down, Dima down,
Shaggy. Shaggy on the respawn. Airshot by Chef to take down the NER. Medic down. Mars survived. He's going to have an advantage as long as he doesn't die. And SDCK, maybe an interesting choice to dry push that, but with that sentry still up and Shaggy respawning, you know, that focus of damage was really well played by them.
Yeah, they really needed a miracle for that to work, and it just didn't happen. Like now, it almost seems like a complete 180. Now it almost seems like that Toucans have this game completely under control. They're really responding to these pushes really well.
Absolutely, I'm excited to see what Chef is going to cook up next.
XD.
Sinok again trying to go for this kind of cart pressure with the Fist of Steel. And Ziman is trying to kind of replicate what Demeter was doing early on, but instead of having to deal with just a mini sentry, he has a level 3 to deal with, which means he takes so much damage that in the end he's dead early on anyway. But it doesn't matter this time around. He's going for the backstab, takes down Shaggy, and he seems to be the focus of most of the picks. Take down the demo on defense and you're able to walk in without worry of sticky traps. And SDCK are deciding to go for the other side this time around, the left side for the defenders, and they're getting in. Vclock's is in position, ready to ubercharge. NER taking quite a lot of damage there from the Pyro. Gets forced and the Pyro is down. That level 3 sentry is finally going to go down, but it takes the entire Uber for it to actually go down. Mars still has his, is going to use it onto Shaggy.
Uber's coming out now.
And SDCK have to back off it, and I don't think they're going to be able to re-push Toast.
No, maybe. Yeah, no, that's not happening.
It's only 4 players left alive for the defending team. They are going to have a couple more up in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, SDCK's respawners are too late for this one.
Yeah, they're not going to get into position ready for a push. But because Mars held onto his Uber for so long there, you know, they kited that Uber and they did have to use it to clean up some frags. It does mean that he's about 30% behind NER, and that may come into play. If SDCK are aware of that, they will have a 30% advantage pushing into last. Spelly going down is going to buy them a little bit more time to try and catch up, but NER is going to have his Uber in 2 seconds.
They need to work. They need to work on this immediately to make it work, and I don't think they are doing it. They're wasting too much time now. They're wasting too much time now, so it's not going to happen. And it would be really bad if they began pushing now, because now they're just going in hit like an even advantage, which they aren't. So that, oh, maybe not. Maybe they are.
No, Mars gets his Uber in time.
Yep.
And that's a 40-second. That's a 40% Uber advantage wasted.
Oh, terrible Uber.
Oh no!
Here.
But Mars gets forced there just by the random spam. Gets forced. I think he took a pipe to the face there. Everyone in SDCK is pretty weak, including NER. And Shaggy is trying to get aggressive. Lands a pipe onto Spelly. Garden Funkers is going to push him down. Oh, saved there by V-Clocks. Just air blasting his demo to keep him alive. Spelly went down there to the Iron Bomber eventually. Shaggy is now peed on. He's just getting so much focus from SDCK in these pushes. And I don't think they're going to be able to push this. Garden Funkers and dima are very, very weak. They're not going to be able to participate very much. And Toucans are holding on valiantly here. It's already been about 6 minutes. So we're looking at nearly a 10-minute time now for the entire map, which is looking a lot better than the 3 minute and 10 seconds we saw for the first 3 points.
They do lose Sentry now, which is not good. I think... Yeah, they seem like the last push they seemed kind of hesitant to push and they just got stuck in. And now they're re-pushing now with the Sentry down.
Yeah, Uber's in and Maccy gets dropped there. He was too far forward, couldn't get the flash in time. And it's all going to be about V-Clocks if he can get the damage. He does take down Spelly. Can he take down Garden Funkers as well? He does. Gets a 2k, pushes Sinnock back as he can't get enough damage to take down that heavy in one go. And they're just going to regroup now. They still got their demo alive. Chef is moving over to this right-hand side just to help control that area with the spam from his rockets. But Meso gets backstabbed again. There's only going to be a level 1 sentry that's going to get spammed down by dima running that direct hit rather easily.
They're really far in now. Sinnock might have got... they say Sinnock might just have won them the round here by making that flank play.
Oh, but Tomato's on the cart. May doesn't know he gets a double backstab, takes down Clark and May. That's no cart presence now for
that's
SDCK.
bad comms.
It's terrible. He takes a spelling as well.
Oh, it's terrible comms. Oh, but they're gonna get it anyway.
Everyone dies for Toucans anyway. But Tomato may have bought, I don't know, 5 seconds there just by getting a 3k on the cart. Someone must say, watching got backstabbed on the cart. Hey guys, there's a spy watching the cart. Don't turn your back to it when you're pushing. But in the end, it didn't really matter.
No.
And 1042 isn't.
It's a moderate time. I think
it's a moderate time.
Definitely doable. Like if they just get a decent start again, like they did in the first round. This is like totally doable.
Absolutely. I think the key thing here that we've seen so far is definitely the last hold. The first 3 points haven't been that much of a difficult prospect for whoever's been attacking. And it's only been that last point that's proved a problem. The only time we've seen it actually pushed quickly was when Toucans attempted that kind of forward hold on last, and it allowed SDCK to just roll forward. So going to need some big picks early on here, and definitely going to need some momentum moving from point to point. But I think on payload, if you get double figures on the minute mark, then you're going to be pretty content with it.
Yep. I think it almost seems like they weren't when they're pushing. Both teams were pushing last. They didn't seem like they have a proper plan. Like they weren't in the last push that SDCK attempted on last. They were like kind of hesitating what to do, and they just ended up getting them destroying their Uber. So hope what Toucans need to do now is they need to get, when they get to last, which they hopefully will do, they need to get a proper plan and try and execute that. Like they need to find some proper way of pushing and. Oh, there you go. Perfect
I was just
start.
Gonna say
Perfect start.
Yeah. I was just going to say the suicide round was expected by SDCK. They exactly knew what Shaggy and Chef and Maccy were all going to do. They were ready and waiting, and they had pretty much no effect. But Tomato got the sap on the sentry, and then somehow stayed alive long enough to get the drop on NEA, who's just respawning now. SDCK still have, their players up. They still have that level 3 up. And they still have Burn watching that sideline. So Toucans still have a lot of work to do to get something down here. dima going down rather early on, as does Garden Funkers, as does Burn. So 3 big picks here, and Toucans might get this for free.
Should use this. Yeah, they should get this for free. Very good start. Now they're still gonna have an Uber advantage. So if they're really fast now, they can get this. Yeah, Enea's only on 40% Uber. So now if they get their ass moving, they might be able to get the second point for free as well if they execute it properly.
You see, Enya and Spelly and Sinnock, they're in position in the area where the combo seems to like to hold, but the difference is this time around Enya doesn't have his Uber. So if Toucans were to just plow through, they're going to come up against a lot of meaty bodies just a shooter and no invincibility. So in come Toucans now. There's no sticky trap. Shaggy getting a lot of damage. Uber is
now
used.
They really need to get Enya here. They need to get Enya, but they're not here. Too far up, and this looks like a mad push now.
Yeah, Sinnock goes down. but he's pretty much the only frag as Shaggy gets headshot by Burn. Toucans do have good position, but they're not getting the frags as the Uber comes out from any air, just trying to clean up some space here, take this back house. But he goes down to Chef, running the direct hit. Spelly got backstabbed by Tomato. That sentry's getting spammed by Chef. He's going pretty huge on this game. And taking down the medic and the sentry. Silver Tosspot coming in just to clean up the pyro. So Toucans should be able to re-push this. Clark didn't die though. He's trying to rebuild that sentry. And
and
May,
Mars goes down.
Yeah,
Mars
May
goes
takes down Mars. And he takes down Shaggy.
I know,
so,
like, it seemed that's kind of poorly played from both teams. Like, Toucans were too slow on the offense, and then when SDCK got a good push on, they overextended and Enya got killed. So it's basically now they have to reset. Though Toucans have a okay. Yeah,
Mars got an Ubersaur on Zaman while he was not disguised, which means he's caught up with Uber. It's actually equal Ubers now, and Burton does take down Jelly, but Toucans have got a really good position here. There is no combo presence from SDCK at all. They're really far back, and they are taking a lot of damage here from Shaggy. Can they actually finish off the cap? Tomato trying to focus it. It's so close.
This push should be this hold should be short-lived though. They got so much ground now, Toucan. Oh, but Mars is going to go down here. Oh!
Oh, what a headshot! Oh my word, Jelly saving!
Yeah, super clutch headshots coming out from Jelly. Pretty much saving them the push here.
Definitely needs to buy Jelly a pint next time he sees him. That was an absolutely ridiculous headshot to save his medic from getting dropped there. He does go down to Spelly, but Maccy's going to walk onto the car and capture it. Someone needs to get it down this tunnel though. Metso is going to take up that job. 7 minutes and 10 seconds left. So a little bit slower than SDCK's push, but if Toucans keep up this momentum, I expect to see quite a tense last hold, but a bit of a forward hold here, Toast, from SDCK. They're trying to get aggressive on third point.
Yeah. I think, so it's equal Uber now. Yeah, it equals Uber now, so we're going to have to see how they're going to push this.
Yeah, only times one on the car, and dima is kind of holding this area between the rock and the tree. Jumps away now, but he was just spamming that, and another headshot from Jelly is going to take down Burn. So no sniper for the defending team. That's going to be huge. With the teams going in there, Jelly takes out Spelly. There's no demo, man.
That's huge.
Garden Fungus might actually get cleaned up here. He's pretty weak. In comes Tomato in from behind, but he gets caught out, and the Uber is forced, but Maccy gets dropped. And so does V-Clox.
That's bad. That's terrible. But they do get the forward hold down though. But SDCK got a lot of time now to get a proper third hold going. So that's good for them.
Yeah, Clark had a level 3 on sort of the first level, and now he's moving up to the top level. So it's not actually fully built yet. It will be in about 2 seconds. But the flank has gone down just to Chef. He's running that direct hit still, kind of a sentry buster, but he's also winning a lot of fights on the flank using it as well, getting a lot of damage down. Shaggy takes down May as soon as he respawns pretty much. And lots of damage coming in on this far side. Enya having to back off a little bit. Sinok is very weak, has to back off. As a Spelly, he's going to get killed. And that sentry is extremely weak. That should go down, but no, Clark goes down instead. Chef, with the sentry busting job, takes it down with the direct hit. And SDCK have to give up this top level. And Toucans are in control of the high ground.
They might just somehow have successfully done this dry push. Oh, no, there we go. Shaggy and oh, Mars survived somehow.
Because he uses his Uber.
Yeah. He might just die here. Nope.
If he'd used his Uber on Shaggy there, then they would have been able to hold onto the high ground and maybe got a force or something, but Shaggy got dropped. He had to use his Uber to back off when there was no one else around him, and Maccy has had to try to take the mantle and move forward and try to reclaim that high ground, but it's been given up. SDCK back in control here. Only player down for them is May. Burn getting a headshot onto Jelly, and Sinok cleaning up Shaggy. So big hitters from Toucans are down at the moment. They're going to have to wait for the respawns before they attempt anything else. 4.5 minutes to go though. It's still doable. There's just this push to point to push, I should say, and the last point, but they definitely need some momentum if they're going to capture that last point in time, Toast.
Yeah, definitely, and they're going to need to step up on their Ubers because they've had two bad Ubers in a row, where they've first where they dropped combo classes got dropped, and then the second one is where they just were too hesitant to pop, and they just got killed as a result. So they it's 4 minutes now, and if SDCK gets a good last hold, they really it's looking pretty bleak. They really need to make something work now, Toucans, to save this.
Yeah, the Uber is exchanged up top here, used earlier by Toucans, and Metz is going to go down there, so no one pushing that cart. Clark is not under any pressure whatsoever. He's just got that level 3, he's wrangling it down, and it's very difficult for even Tomato doing his cloak and push strats, but Mars goes down to Garden Fungus, and that is 5 players down now for Toucans. Now, all going to respawn at the same time, but now down to 3.5 minutes to go. Definitely a lot of pressure here for the Toucans to get something done here, because these Uber exchanges aren't working out for them, and NEA this time around has an Uber advantage. I mean, what would you do in this situation, Toast? What kind of play needs to be made here?
Like, some incredible historic suicide needs to be done now to save this game. They need to coordinate something quick, and then they have to build Uber efficiently, and then push off. They basically have to make a suicide work now, and then, or else it's basically done. And now they lose SDCK as well, which is very bad. They need to make some. They need to get NEA down somehow, and then push, and then roll off the momentum they get from capping third, or else this is not going to work out for them.
Yeah, NEA is on that highest level, and not only has he got his entire team around him, he's got a level 3 as well. So it's very, very difficult, because there's no ways to kind of jump in. If you walk in through that main area, you're going to get shot by the sentry. If you go in from the sides, you're going to get spammed down by the demo man or shot by the sniper. So really has to be a coordinated effort coming in from Toucans to get something done here. But they're just leading players. Jelly and Metz are going down at the same time.
And terrible Uber coming in here from Toucans. And again, they were too hesitant to get anything done. They were just sitting around, not doing anything, just building Uber. And now they've wasted the Uber they've been building. And now there's only 2 minutes left. So it's like, unless something absolutely incredible happens now, which maybe could have happened if Tomato hadn't got caught. Yeah, unless that happens, it's not going to happen right now for Toucans. And it's with less than 2 minutes now, so this is basically the last chance they have to do anything, and they really need to. Like, they have the level 3. Well, actually they don't, but they really need something. They need to get something to happen now. Toucans.
Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of bleeding players here. SDCK going down very late with V-Clocks. Another 5 seconds for him. And, you know, Mars there got taken down by Burn. Maybe if he'd survived, they would have had an Uber kind of around the same time. But again, NEA is going to have the advantage. But Spelly going down, Maccy going down there, though. But Spelly down means no Demo Man. The Sentry is getting spammed to all hell. It was about 5 HP there. It is going to survive through that wrench hitting. But 1 minute and 5 seconds. I'm going to say this is physically impossible now, Toast.
Yeah,
I don't think he can get all the way through to last.
This is over. They've crumbled too much now. Oh, the Sentry's invisible for me. Nice.
Wow. Invisible Sentry strats coming out of Clark there, but no, he's just keeping it in that position and just been whacking it with his wrench. And even with the direct hit, once it's being spammed and wrangled every so often, it keeps it alive. And I don't know, we can move on now.
SDCK are now on forward hold, and this is over for Toucans, so they're gonna have to set their minds on process for the next map now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, what goes through your head? You know, you're coming to a knockout game. There's so much pressure riding on this game. If you win, you go on to play Chess Club. You're guaranteed at least 3rd place. If you beat Chess Club in the next round, then you're into the grand final. You know, they can almost see the grand final. So there's a lot of pressure riding on this game. But also, if you lose it, you're done, and you're knocked out of the playoffs, and your season's over. And you sit there thinking, what could have been? Maybe if we chosen a different map. What's going through their heads right now, and can they recover? Even they picked this map. How damaging is it to lose your map choice in a playoff game?
It might be. It depends on the team, but I think this might be the nail in the coffin for Toucan. Like, losing your map and losing it 2-0 is really bad, and now they're gonna have to win 2 maps in a row against a team that has momentum coming for them. So they're gonna need to they're basically just gonna need to reset to how they were doing, like how they were coming into the game, and just ignore the first map and then just reevaluate and then just see what they can do from there. They basically just have to reset now completely and ignore what had happened. Yeah,
I mean, absolutely, and they are the highest seed, so they got to pick the decider map, which is Badwater. And Badwater, SDCK, during the regular season, they played against Strong Opinions and lost that one 4-2. Whereas Toucans had a very tough game against Premtech, very close game, and won it. So, maybe they're thinking, let's get through this next map, get to a map that we've chosen again, and they'll have a little bit more confidence there. Looking back at how the teams got here, Super Dickmans, they played against Strong Opinions, lost both maps, which was Lakeside and Steel. Toucans, on the other hand, they went the whole way against Chess in their semi-final. They had to play 3 maps. They lost Coal Plant. They won Product, which was their pick, and then they went on to lose Gully Wash. And I think that's what comes key here. When Toucans went all the way, it was when they won their map pick, which was the second pick. This time around, they're having to play the enemy team's pick to stay in the tie. But also, the last time they played 5CP, that was against Chess. They did so well at the start, but they ended up losing, I think it was 4-2 or 5-2. So, I mean, it's very, very, you can just look at this all day as much as you want. But in the end, it all comes down to how the players turn up in this map and focus on this game. I mean, if SDCK get cocky, then Toucans are absolutely back into this. But if Toucans just think, oh, the game's over, we can't be bothered, then they're definitely the tie's over.
I think something Toucans could do now is try and play off Jelly more, because I think if when he has a good day, he really plays well. I think he's been doing an all right job thus far. I think something they could try and do is play off Jelly more for this game, especially Process, since it's such a fucking good sniper map.
Yeah, there's some good sightlines. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's something they could do, but whatever they do, they really have to try and I bet they're talking about it right now. They really have to make sure have some good plan of attack if they want to even hope to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, they'll have practiced this game. They'll have thought about it and had some strategies. But looking at the logs from that last game, the highest fragger there was Sinnock. He got 32 kills in 23 minutes there. So the Merc stepping in and doing a pretty decent job. Had the highest KD with 3.8. So very, very good game coming out of the heavy for SDCK there. Late on, highest damage was Shaggy by quite a mile. 578 a minute with Spelly over 100 DPM behind him. So again, you're looking at those stats there and you think, okay, so Toucan's Demo did a lot more damage, got a lot more kills. Demo is a very, very important class regardless, but on 5CP, definitely if you play around your Demo man and you get that damage out, the rest of your team can clean it up. And we saw some good plays out of Silver Tosspot so far and Chef. So that flank, if they can work together and make some plays, that'll be very interesting. But I mean, who do you think is going to be crucial for SDCK on this map? You said, getting Jelly into the game for Toucans is going to be important for them. But for SDCK, who do you think is going to be kind of the big players on Process?
Burn. They have to make sure they play around Burn, and if Spelly and May, those are the key players they need to make sure and give. They need to make sure they have the opportunities to play well. If they do, I think they pretty much have this map. Or what's Toucan? So they need to. I think looking at the logs, Maccy and Sinnock got pretty much the same heals, but Sinnock got pretty much twice the kills, and died a lot less. I think Maccy has to step it up, and I think Jelly. I'm not sure. He did go 14 to 20. So he might not. I'm not sure though why that is. It might be because he hasn't got enough support. Because I'm sure, Jelly, I know he could definitely do well against SDCK. So maybe he's just has an off day, or he's not getting the support he needs. I'm not sure. What do you think?
I agree. I think Maccy has kind of a role in his team. He's definitely the support for Shaggy. I think it's almost like he plays almost like a support role in that combo. So what we definitely saw, I think, from SDCK on Borneo was almost suiciding just to take Shaggy down. And because so much of their gameplay, both attacking and defending, revolves around him, if he's down, then it gives them a lot more freedom because they wait for him to respawn before they're actually going to make any huge plays. So I think that definitely was the difference between the two teams. The fact that SDCK almost pretty obviously had a focus on on Shaggy to take him down, and Maccy, when he's in that role to take more heals and do the work, he definitely does have the capability to do it, but that's not what Toucans are used to playing. And I think on Process, Heavy is a class that it can do well, but if you're taking up too many heals, it's not great for the rest of your classes. You want your demo to be healed, you want your scout, your soldier, your pyro, those kind of mobile classes to be able to be quite forward going in the pushes. You want those guys to be buffed, and if they're not, then it's going to be difficult for you too if you're just going to be relying on your heavy quite a lot.
That's true. I think honestly though, what Toucans has to do now is they just have to play off the team chemistry they have and just not feel too bad about the loss on Borneo. That's basically what they have to. That's basically what they have to do. And with that said, I do think that SDCK has the stronger DM. So I think they have that. I think SDCK are definitely the team to take this map.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this map, for the past for these two teams, SDCK won it 5-0 in the regular season against Stacked, which is no mean feat considering how close Coalplant was in that same tie. It was only 3-2 to SDCK, so they absolutely dominated on the map. Whereas Budget Toucans played it against Chess Club, and they lost that 5-0. So, Toucans maybe not favouring this map, but again, they have said. You look at Chess Club. They have an extremely strong sixes dynamic to them with players like Funds and Onkaya on the flank. They actually had a Disky playing in that game against Toucans. So maybe you can strike that off as a one-off, as we are going live now on the second map of the lower bracket semi-final. Toucans in the blue and SDCK in the red. SDCK, if they win this, they will be going on to the lower bracket final against Chess, and Toucans will be out as stickies are being traded across the point. Spelly getting more aggressive, taking this right-hand side. Shaggy staying on his left-hand side. And it looks like SDCK are actually going to go on this right-hand side, giving up the high ground, but getting a lot of spam onto Shaggy. But Toucans getting so much ground. And a reflect pipe there from Vclox is going to take down the medic. Enia down straight away. That is 6 players down now for SDCK. May is 1 HP, going to get cleaned up by Mezzo, who goes on a 4-kill streak. And the only player to survive that absolute slaughter toast was dima, and he's already in upper PC, trying to deny a little bit of space. But Toucan's absolutely crushing that mid fight.
Yep. I know this is exactly the mid they're looking for to start off this game. Toucans, they need some momentum to win this map, and now they just have to not be too overexcited about the good mid and play this properly. And if they do, they got a free round.
Yeah, Shaggy going down there, so you have to wait a little bit before they respawn. You do not want to push a 5CP map without your demo. Zaman there just trying to hassle.
Big Zaman going for the dispenser instead of the mid.
Yeah, taking down the dispenser pick. As the Uber is used here into last level top spot, trying to get as much ground as he can, but Clark has already got a level 3 up on last on that fire side. The Conchi is used by dima. He's going to try and clear up some players. Mars is under a lot of pressure here. He's going to go down to the soldier. And like you said there, I'm not having to get too excited as dima is going to finish off Maccy. But yeah, I mean, Toucans there maybe not totally focused there. Metsu's on a 7-kill streak actually. He's pounding at the moment. He does go down to dima, but pretty decent kill streak for an engineer. And SDCK have pushed that with pretty much no resistance on the second point. They have 100% Uber in the bank. Mars only at 15%. And he's holding quite close to his PC. So yeah, Jelly going down as well. So that's going to allow SDCK to just walk in pretty much for free. No worries about having your head shot off. And Toucans don't even want to fight this toast. They're just out.
Dima's definitely the star player right now. He basically saved them that round by getting the 3k on last. Now it's basically been turned again. I mean,
dima's on a 7k and 8k right now. He's a very good soldier.
Like that,
yeah, and he's just kind of walking forward, and him and May seem to have this coordination going on, just walking forward, getting frags. Chef is trying to contest them in this sewer area right now. And
they do have an advantage. They do have
big
an
jumping from Chef.
Oh,
great jumping from Chef.
That's the advantage ruin. Hopefully they just need to make sure not to overextend on the super, which they don't, which is smart. Good. Now Toucans though, they have a really good chance here to do something. Yeah,
and Tomato and Silver Tosspot combine to take down May on the flank. Garden Fungus is waiting for the spy there. He just, he's waiting for him to just push. And it's going to be interesting to see what Toucans decide to do here. They have this 100%. It looks like Mars and Shaggy are going through PC, and that's where they're going to be able to push through. Shaggy basically showing where they're going to be pushing from, and Garden Fungus is going to deny most of this Uber. He does go down in a body shot, takes down V-Clock, so no Pirate left in this Uber. And they're dropping players during this push, and they're not getting any frags whatsoever. Shaggy having to jump out, and they actually used 4 players during that Uber with only Garden Fungus on the kill sheet to talk about. And SDCK are just going to walk forward now with its Uber advantage.
Oh, and that's Morris down. Morris down.
Yeah, Burn getting the headshot, and it's all kind of falling apart.
Oh, almost. Chef almost got any of them, but nope, no cigar. Now, SDCK have a perfect opportunity to get a last. Like, they just need to not do what the Toucans did earlier, and just keep it calm and then make a proper push on last, because they have every advantage right now.
Yeah, Mars has spawned. He's just running that medigun, no kind of quick fix or vaccinator to try and get an earlier charge. So they are going to have this full loop, and they're walking in on this far side pretty much for free. They've taken down 2 players already as the Uber comes out, takes down the sentry. And they're going to go towards Panic Room. Dima is there. He's got Mars in his sights, but Shaggy's trying his best just to key him off. But the point just gets focused by the scout. And that is going to be 1-0 toast. And that's not what I expected after the first mid-fight.
No, that's a good beef from Toucans.
I mean, we talked about these kind of sixes-orientated players. And May and Dima definitely just kind of working the flank together and going forward. I'm not sure if this is a pause or
crash.
Pause or a crash. I'm pretty sure it looks like a pause. But I mean that mid fight was absolutely insane by Toucans. I mean, it's all kind of triggered by V-Clock's getting the reflect pipe kill onto the medic. That's a great way to start. Obviously, it gives some damage around to whoever was close to the medic as well. But everyone else just grouped up together, walked forward, and cleaned up after that. And they had an excellent opportunity to push in. But Dima, using that conch on last, he saved alive from the mid-fight. And I think he helped take down Shaggy, which slowed down the Toucans' push. That allowed Clark to get his sentry up. And
there we go.
SDCK could just hold and push out as we are back to live. We're going to have a little bit of a graphical bug as players slide around for a few seconds until the SCV catches up with the pause. But yeah, Shaggy here extremely, extremely fast. Almost like 5, 6, 7 seconds quicker than Spelly. And they're in exactly the same position. So we'll see what SDCK to choose to do this time to try and win the fight.
It's a man absolutely huge here. Gets the heavy medic.
Yeah, I mean, some good early picks from Toucans. They got some early picks and took down Sinnock with a headshot, but then losing your medic and your heavy to backstabs is not a good start to a mid-fight. And they are actually going to capture the point out. But Enya at 85%, he's well protected with his team back on second. Mars only just respawning. He's going to get the forward spawn. He's going to move together with his team, but it looks like SDCK want to re-push this midpoint and try and contest it with the charge advantage that they have. And Toucans are playing this smartly. They're holding quite aggressive, and the Uber's used really, really early on. This is a really poor Uber, and Spelly tries to jump in. He gets saved by the Uber, but he's not going to achieve anything here. But SDCK, regardless, might actually capture this point.
And we have another pause income.
No, that's the delay. So
my bad.
It looks like Sinnock was the player who dropped from the server, and he's just rejoined as Clark and Spelly go down. So Toucan's actually holding out there and ring the fight, but May's doing his thing where he just W's into the medic and he takes Mars down to half HP, but he manages to dodge and survive that. Chef on a 4K, just trying to hold up that flank for his team, but 100% charge for Mars just now. Enya only at 60%, and great hold here from SDCK, just holding protected and not on any sidelines, but a backstab from Tomato takes down Sinnock, no heavy to worry about for Toucans. And
Toucans have played this perfectly. They intimidated them out without using their Uber, which is really crucial now. So now it's about equal, and we have the same now. Toucans have the chance to not beef.
Oh.
As I say that, Mars goes down. So yeah, that's the chance ruined. But oh well.
There's still a chance if they get good positions, you know, getting a sticky trap, hold a sight line, then they may be actually able to just stall this out. And, you know, bait SDCK into doing something here as the conch Uber combination comes down, absolutely melts Maccy.
Yeah. Maccy's got out of position there. That's they should have. Well, it's probably pretty hard to hold, but yeah, Maccy and who was it? Tosspot too far forward to get anything,
Jelly.
and then just get caught up. That's
Jelly
good.
with that is a clutch headshot there. That is absolutely huge. CeeJaey just respawns. He's all the way back on last, but with no demo man now, and Mayhm's trying to walk forward and just kind of scare them off there by pressuring with his meat shot. Spelling is still down. There's no demo man to worry about, and Mars has a slim Uber advantage. It's about 10%. I'm not sure if they're aware of it, and they're trying to walk in here. There's a level 3 on the point, just kind of stalling them out a little bit as Clark picks it up and runs away. But with Burn still down for another 10 seconds, and Clark goes down there to a body shot from Jelly, means that sentry gets dropped as well, and CeeJaey is going to just get cleaned up here. So Toucans are just kind of grouping up together and pushing this point.
Yeah, I think and Uber's out now.
Oh, this is not good for Toucans.
This
actually,
is very not good now.
They're getting sandwiched. They get forced here, and it's only Shaggy and Maccy. And you can look, there's the man. He's pressuring
Well played,
the sniper.
May got destroyed there, but well played from SDCK. Now
Zeman's on Mars. He's alone. Zaman is beefing his shots though. He can't actually land the shot. Is Mars actually going to get the spy? Yeah.
oh, well done, Mars.
Mars with an Ubersaw there just to get another little bit of a charge. Lands the arrow to take down the spy. Great defense there. But Toucans have to give up control of that second point. But Spelly jumps in. He gets just destroyed there by Silver Tosspot. Great denial there from the scout. And with 3 players down for SDCK and clutch ones with the Soldier and Demo down, that's just going to stunt their push. Silver Tosspot doing great there, and Clark still running level 3s. He's at level 1 at the moment, just trying to get a bit of a hold in that choke. But Toucans just slowly kind of catching up here. Jelly getting a headshot onto Burn, so Toucans in control of the mid-fight for now. But they are behind in Ubers, which I just think Mars was just building a little bit slower than Enia. So we might have an Uber exchange and choke here. Oh wow. Gardenfungus just walks in, holds W, presses mouse 1 for a little bit and takes down Shaggy, so I don't think Toucans are going to push anytime soon. But yeah, just Jelly's in a good position. He's holding on top of the rock, and he's got that sight line, just trying to get a pick, but he doesn't manage to hit any of the players who are walking forward. And Toucans may have to give this up. Their chef just gets knocked off the crates with a body shot. So Spelly trying to take hold of that high ground, get a little bit damage down onto the Toucan combo. They're so grouped up here that it's going to be difficult for them not to get forced, and they do get forced.
Out, yeah.
And they have to get the force. They do get the force onto Enia.
SDCK seem very confident in this push now. Though,
yeah.
Oh, nice flash from Enia, and they basically have the mid now.
The difference between the two teams at the moment is SDCK are getting picks, and when they get picks, like they got that pick onto Shaggy and they walked in, and they grouped up, and the Uber versus Uber fight they won. Whereas when Toucans are getting picks, they're not taking advantage of that, and they're not walking forward and kind of taking the ground. And SDCK are just rolling this. They're already on to second. The conch is used by dima, and it's just pushed them back. But Chef has a conch of his own. They're trying to defend this. They take down dima. They take down May as well. Mezzo there getting another shotgun kill. Getting aggressive onto CeeJaey. And actually, Gardenfungus is really weak. He's going to get finished off there. Jelly on a 4K. Getting a headshot onto the Pyro. Burning's watching choke. And this is the difference, Toast. Toucan should be barreling in onto mid now. There's 3 players down. The entire flank for SDCK is dead. And they're just waiting in choke, and they could already be on the midpoint, but I don't know, they just seemed a little bit reluctant to do so.
Yeah, like, on second, Shaggy took the right initiative to move forward, and he basically saved Toucans from losing second. Unfortunately, they just didn't have, like, for some reason they didn't really keep it up, and now it's back to a stalemate here.
Obviously the stalemate is going to favour SDCK. They are 1-0 up on this map, and they are already a map to the good, having won Borneo 2-0 earlier on. So they're going to be pretty content just to sit back and let the time tick down, because Toucans are the ones under pressure. They need to get around on the board, otherwise their season is over. They'll be out and knocked out of the playoffs, as this is the lower bracket. There's no more buffer zone for teams to lose. And both snipers down. Burn with nearly a 20-second respawn there may trigger Toucans to do something. They're trying to take in, maybe walk in through sewer, but they get caught out. They do actually take down dima, so no soldier to worry about. And maybe that's the pick that they're trying to push off of.
I think they did leave the choke up. Oh, this is really poor. If
Mars is
lucky here, if Mars is lucky here, he will get out, and I think he does.
And they Silver Tosspot, he's causing havoc in behind.
Gets burned. That's really good. That's really nice. Like, I know SDCK, they left the choke open, and they just let Toucans go in and have them forced. So now they're at advantage because of that. They should really have had Spelly on choke there, but they were too reluctant to do
holding
so.
Pretty close here. Mars, oh no, Maccy goes down. Mars didn't flash him. He gets taken down by the headshot, as does V-Clocks. And once again, Toucans have an advantage, and they're pushing into this midpoint. And both times they've done that, both times, Burton has got body shots onto V-Clocks and taken him down. And Maccy has died some way or another as well. So, you know, if you're pushing in, and that's fine, you want to Uber your demo, but if you lose your heavy and your pyro every time, you're going to have a bad time. You're not going to be able to push that last point. SDCK just counter it using the conch. And basically they're going to be able to capture this point for free and have an Uber charge ready for last. And Toucans are 4 players up. They're not going to get respawns anytime soon.
It's going to be very difficult. Spelly really getting crucial damage in here now. And now they just need to lock off spawns and get some point presence, and they pretty much have this.
Yeah, Spelly is on that point. He's just putting some stickies down. Anyone who gets close to him is going to die.
That's another round. Yep.
And that is 2-0 for SDCK. And we're just approaching the halfway mark on this map. 30-minute time limit. We're down to about 15 minutes left now. Toucans under huge pressure to get themselves back into this game. They're going to need some good rounds to get back into this tie. If they lose this map, then SDCK will advance to the lower bracket final against Tourette's Chess Club. And Shaggy is very, very fast once again, sticking off the health back, trying to get some damage onto Shaggy, and Shaggy deciding to go the other side this time. Toucans have won both mid-fights so far, so SDCK maybe deciding to change things. A big blow for Chef! He lands so much damage down, takes down Burn with the Beggar's Bazooka, and the damage is just coming in from everyone on Toucans right now. Chef was the only person who died there, and they've picked up 5 frags. So Toucans getting a nice, strong mid there. Enia is actually 20% behind on his Ubers, on nearly 30%. So Toucans definitely getting himself back into this game. So
yeah, what won them that mid was Shaggy doing an excellent job of using the damage from Chef to kill the rest of the combo, and now they basically have another ideal situation here. Now they just have to make sure this is a perfect time for them to get around to make sure they're still in the game.
Yeah, and they're picking up frags. They've got 4 frags here. Garden Fungus and Sinnock are on 20-second respawns. Chef just launches himself in there, takes down takes down Burn. Spelly is also down as well. So, you know, lots of frags coming in from Toucans, but they're losing too many players in the process. Ubers were exchanged. Shaggy has gone down, but Enia goes down to V-Clocks. He's just dumping it in, and he's going to get onto the point as well. Silver Tosspot is there for company. Zimman can't block it. Silver Tosspot is so weak. Tomato tries to come in as well. That's 2/3 of the point capped by the Scout and the Pyro.
Almost.
It's almost heartbreaking. But they do keep their medic alive, so as long as Mars survives, he's going to have an Uber advantage here for his team. Enia is just going to respawn now, so 60% advantage for Mars. Spelly's getting aggressive here with his teammate Burn.
Burn they do actually cap this. Burn is incredibly far forward. If they get they have a crits advantage here, so they need to find a way to make that work.
Yeah,
I think they're looking to crits in now, and crits the spot.
Takes down Burn, takes down Spelly. And so it's actually a little flash onto the sniper there. He's just going to take down the sentry. But that does actually work out well for the Toucans. They should be able to capture this point. Sinnock goes down to Jelly as well. And Clark is very weak. He's going to get finished off. 3 players left alive. And Enia doesn't have his Uber. So if Toucans barrel this into last. They should be able to get to this point. A couple of respawns coming in, most significantly Spelly. So there are going to be some stickies available, but Toucans decided to take it slow. And maybe they're just banking on getting the crits before Nia gets his Uber. I mean, do you think this is the right tactic, or do you think they should have been a little bit more fast there?
I think they're doing it. They're playing it right now. Let me see. It is pretty much equal Ubers now. So I think what Toucans really, they need to make this crits work somehow. What I think they should do is try to clear out right, and then see if they can get any angle from there, or get a surprise pop from Mayhm. See what they're from roll up, but let's see what they're going to try and do here.
Well, yeah, I mean, at the moment, Toucans have got three options, the way I see it. They either do a crits onto Shaggy, hope he gets a hero sticky, and hope he drops Enya. As Bernie's down for another 20 seconds there, so maybe that's an opening, and Toucans are actually going to take that lobby. They're walking in through the far side, trying to take some space. This may be a decision, but it may not actually, then deciding to change their mind. No. The second option would be to use the crits, force the Uber, and then build the crits really fast. But no, they get the force out, which I was going to say is the third option. They drop Maccy and Shaggy, but Mars has 100% crits. He's going to have to run away and stay alive. He's only got Silver Top Spot for company in that PC area, and he is actually going to stay alive. 10-second respawns for the combo players of Toucans. They're not going to get forward respawn, so they have to be careful here. SDCK are probably going to just repush into mid now. They actually have used the conch, maybe just to move a little bit faster and move in here. Silver Top Spot has spotted them out. They're aware of their presence, and the crits has to come out now.
Yeah, there's a very good potential for good crits here, if Shaggy plays it right.
They take down Sinnock, and the Stickies are trying to rain down. There's a crit rocket there, and they do pick up Dima and Burn. So they are picking up some frags. Mars has gone down, though. 4 players left alive, 3 players left alive for SDCK. So even though they've lost their medic, they could just recapture this second point. But it doesn't seem like they're being aggressive enough quickly enough. It's only Spelly, Enya and May. They're backing off towards lobby. And Toucans are actually going to win this, but Enya is going to have 100% Uber toast. So Toucans need to play this appropriately.
Yeah, they did a good job of capping out the point now. Now they just need to make sure now SDCK should be going out right now, and they are. Now Toucans really needs to try to hold this, but it looks tough. And yeah, and SDCK got the point back now, so...
Yeah, they did get the Uber Force out from Enya though, so he's not actually healing at the moment. He's trying to shoot some arrows onto the point. He's at 5%. Mars at 50%. I'm going to have a quick look at what he's running. He's still running the crits creek, so even though he died there, he's respawned, still running the crits. Burn gets backstabbed by Tomato, so no sniper to worry about, which is a big threat, especially with the sightlines of this map. So Toucans moving in through to sewer now. They've got 100%. They need to get some good stickies. Shaggy kind of walked forward there, took a shot, and then decided to back off a little bit. Dima goes down to Chef on the flank, so Dima has been playing pretty well for SDCK at the moment. And Enya goes down to Tomato. Tomato with the backstab.
That's so
no
huge.
medic.
Now they really have to play this properly, and they have a guaranteed round. Something they really need now, because we have less than 10 minutes on the clock now.
Yeah, we're dipped below the 10-minute mark, so definitely a little pressure, but 100% for Mars on that crits creek. No engineer, so therefore no sentry to worry about on last. And SDCK are all grouped up close to that panic room. A sticky or two should clear up at least 3 or 4 frags. And they are moving towards lobby now. Lots of respawns coming for SDCK, so they do have a decent defense ready. The crits comes out. The first one lands in Garden Funker's face. That pyro is not going to deny anything more. The laser beams come out now. Can they get any more damage? No, there's no more frags coming out. May is on an 8 kill streak and takes down Shaggy. That's a large portion of damage away from the Toucans. Lots of players dying for SDCK. There's only 3 players left alive, and 2 of them are extremely weak.
I think Maccy's got this. Yep, they have it. Good.
That looks like it was going well.
Now Toucans really has a chance to get back in the game now. 8 minutes 30 seconds to get another round on the clock, which is entirely possible.
That's more than enough time, yeah.
And they're running crits again, seeing how... I guess they just keep at it since it's apparently working. Since they lead the round up.
Well, I mean, the first 2 rounds they had good mid-fights. They've won each of the mid-fights so far. But, you know, in the first 2 rounds they couldn't quite convert those mid-fights into points on the board. Big jump in from Chef. He's going to land right onto Burn again. Lands one rocket but can't get anything else. Meanwhile, Burn actually doing all of that. Takes a headshot onto Mars. So medic down for Toucans, which is not looking very well for them. But Shaggy launches himself in and gets 3 frags with the Iron Bomber. 2 players left alive for SDCK. One of them's dima. He's going to try and block this point here. By himself with the black box. Everyone on the point is really weak. Z-Man comes in and headshots Shaggy. dima is actually blocking this point, and between the two of them, they pick up 3 kills, and they're actually going to block it. So
that's
SDCK,
well played, dima and the man here, saving the point.
They combined coming in from different angles just to clean up the people who are weak on the point. So equal Ubers for the medics now, but SDCK looking like they actually won that mid fight for the first time in this game.
They did. Toucans did look like they had that. They have some excellent aggressive on these mids. Like they really seem like they're. It just really seems like they're really like super aggressive and they're just destroying SDCK on these mids. But the SDCK flank just barely.
This is important now. Silver Tosspot has been using that Boston Basher just to build up the Uber. Mars has 100%, NEA is only at 80%, so Shaggy needs to use and do something with this crits. He launches one. Can he land it on NEA? No, NEA is going to hide in sewers. Spelly goes down and Burn goes down. 2 huge damage dealers out of the fight. NEA is with Garden Fungus and dima in sewer. So Toucans can come in here and clean up here, but they know that Uber is used and Shaggy is going to go down to the Pyro Uber. And players just getting cleaned up by May and Garden Fungus. They're just using that Uber to great effect. Mars did survive. He has backed out. Chelly is going to out-snipe Z-Man there with his scope. May is the problem at the moment. He is just holding W, going in, and killing people. He gets caught out by Shen in the end. But he is just walking forward and getting 1 or 2 frags each time at least. And it's causing great problems for Toucans at the moment as they're backed up onto their second point.
Yeah, I think it really seems quite chaotic now, but I think Toucans are getting the better hand of this fight, and SDCK are backing out to mid again. Which, and I think it's getting to Toucans that they really don't have much time left because they're really eager to push this point now.
But they are getting the frags though, so they're getting really, really aggressive, and he took down Garden Fungus by himself. Mars with 100% again. NEA is so far back, he's probably going to get his Uber in time. Toucans will win this mid-fight, and it does seem, just like we saw SDCK focusing Shaggy on Borneo, it does seem that Toucans are focusing Burn, they're focusing Spelly, and with those 2 players now on SDCK don't really have that much area to now. They don't have that sniper. Jelly trying to get something onto Burn, but he can't land the shot this time around. And then he does actually get it the second time around. Oh, but Mars drops.
Oh, that might just be the game.
There's still nearly 5 minutes to go, but they've lost 6 players.
Well, yeah. This is a very good chance they just had, but wasted.
They're going to need some clutch plays on this.
Yeah,
this
we're going to need
some.
Last. We're going to need some hero plays from Chess maybe. He was camping in sewer, maybe ready. He actually just missed the chance there, unfortunately.
Yeah, he gets caught out by Garden.
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, SDCK, they're under no pressure. It's 2-1. They just need to not get capped on. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. NEA at 75% Uber. SDCK can just set up a decent hold here and just wait it out. And that's going to really, really put the pressure on Toucans to have to push out from process last. And, push them all the way to their own last. So, I don't know, like you said, hero plays. There's actually like SDCK want to stop. They've Ubered in through number 1. And Vcox is doing a great job just denying them. And actually they've lost their heavy. Vcox traded his life for it, but they lose Sinnock. And that doesn't mean that...
That's a very weird decision right there. Like, what they should have done is... And here, oh jeez. Here comes the big crits. What they should have done is just like turtled on the point. Because they have no reason to push since they're round up and there's so little time left. And now they basically just lost second because they were too greedy.
Big jump in from dima though. Oh, he gets denied. Great pipes there from Shaggy. So Man tries to block it as well. And there's only 3 players left. for SDCK. They aren't going to get forward respawns either. So Mars and Shaggy, the dynamic duo running that crits, are going to walk forward and take down Sinnoh. There's no SDCK players on mid just yet. Spelly's about to walk in with Burn. Those two key players we were talking about earlier. And Toucans just waiting for the rest of their team to come in here. Shaggy pretty weak. But, oh no, the headshot comes in from Burn. And that just means crits.
That's
no
it for
crits.
this push, yeah. Toucans were pretty poor following up on Shaggy. They're like way too far. Like if they had more support there, they could easily have taken that mid, but no such luck. And now they basically lost second again. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go, they really this is the last chance they have. They really need to do something now, and they're going in with the crits now. Not really getting much.
They get a spy pick.
Spy pick, huge pick.
But NES used his Uber in through rollout.
Shaggy's gonna get caught out here, maybe. No, he survives somehow.
Got a focus point. Oh, huge point from Shaggy. Lands it straight onto May. He was trying to capture that point. Everyone on Toucans is extremely weak. Gardenfunkers comes in and picks up Jelly. But it looks like Toucans are going to be able to hold this. Very, very close. Only 4 players left alive for SDCK. But the big question now is, can they push them all the way out to La? 1 minute and 40 seconds. They have a crits advantage here. And they need to use this. Burn going down is going to start. Silver top spot going absolutely huge. Takes down the medic as well.
This is the chance they need. Now they have to push. Like they have to. They have 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
Peacock has 2! He picks up Spelly and May in the choke. This is absolutely massive from Toucans right now. They need to roll this.
They need to get... they're hesitating again. They really need to go now. I have 1 minute left.
Dima juices Conch into Sewer, and he's going to try and combine with Sinnoh in behind Medic here. Maccy has gone down, and big jump in. They are going to use the crits. He's going to take down 2. Dima and Gardenfunkers have gone down for another 14 seconds. Shaggy gets headshot though. Demeter's trying to capture that point by himself, but SDCK are trying to block this. Their respawns are coming into man with the headshot onto Mars. May have just sealed this for them. Chef valiantly trying to hold on to the high ground by himself. And then Toucans may actually hold on to the silver top spot. He's still running a riot. He takes on Enya again. No medic. 45 seconds left for Toucans. This is the last 45 seconds of their ETF2L Season 11 lives. Unless they get a round on the board. They're trying to walk forward here.
And I think this is over.
40 seconds away from making the lower bracket final.
It seems like it's over now. They have the position on second, and there's no way they have time to get in now. Yeah, that's it.
But landing the headshot onto Shaggy pretty much signals the end. I think.
Well, that's SDCK going into, and GGs are being called. That's SDCK going into the lower bracket final to meet Chess Club.
I mean, that is what a lot of people predicted. There is a little back cap attempt coming in from Chef and Mars. I think this is pretty much dead time now.
Yep,
they know it's over, and the time finishes. And some good GGs and good lucks coming out here. But Toucans, who maybe the surprise package of this season, not many people expected them to do as well as they did. And they did pick up big wins against Bureau. They picked up regular season wins against Super Digmans. And I think they've done themselves justice in the playoffs, at least. But inevitably, perhaps, for some people, they are going to finish 4th. And SDCK guaranteed at least 3rd. So, do you think that's a fair result based on what we've seen today?
I think it's a fair result, though. I really think that... I did think they really had a good chance of getting this, but somehow not. Like the team cohesion is not really something you've proper team cohesion and like proper rosters that are stable. It's not something you see a lot, and they have a pretty good advantage in that regard, even though they may be lacking in some other departments like deathmatch. But I actually thought they would have this, but apparently not. I don't know what wrong. Like they just seemed way too hesitant a lot of the time.
Yeah, like we said earlier, maybe not playing to those advantages as well as SDCK, where we are joined by members of both teams. From Toucans, we do have Maccy, and from SDCK, we have Clark, Dima, and May. Yeah. So we'll start off with Maccy. Commiserations. how would you feel that game went? I mean, did you play it to the best of your ability, or do you felt maybe you could have won that? Was there any point you felt that could have gone the other way?
I don't know. I got tilted from that like 10-minute Borneo last push. Like that was the first one we did. So I felt really comfortable like that time we were holding second on Borneo, but yeah.
I mean, you guys did have some good holds and good pushes, especially that early push. You pushed the first kind of 2-3 points really, really quickly. But I mean, Borneo was out of the way and into process. Did you still feel you had it in you to take it to a third map? I mean, how comfortable are you on process?
Process is probably one of our worst maps, so we were pretty happy with that 2-1. But obviously, we're trying to get to the third map.
Move on to the rest of you guys. Congrats for getting it to the lower bracket final.
Thank you.
Do you feel that you can go any further? I mean, you guaranteed yourselves third at the moment.
Yeah, you're next.
Well, no, Chess Club is next. You still have to beat them. Just have to explain the brackets to you, May. The lower bracket. Yeah, sorry.
I'm just a DM monkey. I don't know anything.
So, do you think you have what it takes to play against Chess? Obviously, you were on the other side of the bracket for the semi-finals, so you haven't played them since earlier on the season. But across 3 maps, do you think you can beat them and get onto the grand final?
Yeah, definitely. We've beaten them before in the official, and I think you can do it again. Based on performance tonight, I think we're doing better and better with the roster we have right now. So I'm remaining positive, and I think the team is right as well.
What do you think were the main points today that helped you in the maps? Because obviously Borneo was picked by Toucans and you took that 2-0. Where do you think was kind of who were the players that really made that happen, or was it just everyone across the team?
Everyone across the team. I think our flank played really well on defense. On the last point, we just didn't let the Toucans do anything when they pushed on last because we kept flanking them, and I guess that explains why Maccy got a bit tilted because we really flanked them a lot. And yeah, I think that was a turning point for us, that 10-minute defense on Borneo. And after that we knew, yeah, we could do it definitely.
Did you see how many frags Sinnock got?
Yeah, Sinnock got.
Yeah, that was actually going to come on to that next, because you've had 3 different sort of main heavies so far this season. Whereas, on the rest of your classes, I think only sort of dima coming in and out of the team a couple of times. But Sinnock coming in, and he top frag, he got, a kill a minute, 81 kills in 81 minutes. Has he been a big factor in the playoffs for you? And, is he basically your main heavy now?
Yes, he's basically our main heavy now, at least for the playoffs. I think the rules are that we can only use him for 1 more game against Chess Club. I don't know what's happening after. I guess I'll have to talk it over with admins, but yes, hopefully he'll play with us next season as well. And we're happy we got him because we did have a lot of troubles with heavy this season. We got Sandwich, who left. I'm not gonna say he got kicked, he left, and then we got Kunai for a little period of time. And when Sinnock came in, we were really happy because he has a good synergy with Anir, being, I don't know, Russians at all maybe. So yeah, it worked out fine.
Okay, and dima, I mean, you had some big plays with May on the flank there. We noticed, especially on process, you guys combined on that first mid fight. You guys pretty much got wiped, and then dima, you survived, and using your conch, you basically pushed them all the way back to last. Is that something you guys feel is one of your strengths, like the 2 of you on the flank together?
Yeah, because we're playing in 6s before, and just now we are feeling really comfortable against all those Anges and Pyros, which just can move fast and jump on their rockets. They just like a meat, and we are like a hunters, and we want as meat. Yummy.
Okay. May, do you have anything to add? Do you feel like a hunter chasing meat during Highlander games?
Yeah, I do. I just see you, and my trigger finger just twitches. I see a name come up on Mumble.
On Borneo, we feel really a lot of meat, and we just go really deep, like in their womb, or even deeper. So yeah, we just destroy their mentality and prepare ourselves to protest. But we nearly too fucked up because of I don't know what.
Also, Burn with 77 headshots. I think he made a difference as well. Say so. It might not have been as big of a difference as Mayhm and dima did, but he still carried us quite a lot on both maps.
Yeah, I mean the sniper battle was pretty key during both of the maps. We did see snipers trading headshots, but Ben obviously getting the advantage, 7 more kills, but 27 more headshots. But we'll end it there. Maccy, I've just got one more thing to ask you. Is Toucans coming back for Season 12?
No, we've done. No, that was a joke. Yeah, of course we are.
Could you think, like, I mean, you guys, this is your Premiership debut, essentially, this season, and you guys have finished 4th. I mean, are you happy with that result over the course of the season? Is that something, despite losing today, do you see that as a success, something you can build on for Season 12?
Yeah, before the season I was thinking like 5th or 6th, and then, yeah, I don't know, 4th is good, like across the whole season, but if you're last in playoffs, then you're last in playoffs. So I'm a bit sad, but no, it's fine. And yeah, we'll come back next season and we'll win.
Oh, it's fighting. Do you have any shout outs to give out before we go?
No.
Not even to Shaggy and his damage, come on.
How much did he get? I think he got out
41k, he got 9 more Ks on Spelly.
Okay, shout out to Shaggy's damage.
Clark, do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, super predicaments. Thank you.
Okay, dima?
Chief Excellence.
Okay. May, any shout outs?
Shout out to Jai Chapman.
Okay, and Toast.
Nope.
Do you have any shout? No?
Actually, yeah. Rapture. Happy birthday.
Oh yeah, he has a birthday today. Happy birthday,
Yes.
Raptor.
I was waiting for you to say that. I thought, otherwise I'm going to have to say it. But he said happy birthday enough times today. Shout out to you guys. Obviously, thanks for putting on a great game for us to watch, and to Toast for casting with me, and John on the camera, as always, putting in the time behind the scenes to make this happen. So this was the lower bracket semi-final. The next match will be between Super Digmans and Tourette's Chess Club. That'll be the lower bracket final. The winner of that will go on to the grand final to play Strong Opinions. Dates on those games are up in the air at the moment, obviously. After today's game, we will have to schedule those games for the future, but keep an eye out on ETF2L for when they will happen, and they will be casted on BlackOut Gaming TV. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.